Peace. It's your boy Killer B in the building. Got a witch, I'm burning their asses up. Got a great lesson here. I'm shooting from the hip today. So I hope you enjoyed the show. I'll be right back after this song.
Súbele la salve, Anaisa Pye. Súbele que, 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 súbele la salve, Anaisa Pye. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones, uno que se quita y otro que se pone. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones, uno que se quita y otro que se pone. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones, ahí ella los tiene de todos los colores. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones, se pone uno de día y otro por la noche. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones, 7 pantalones. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones. Tiene 7 vueltas y 7 pantalones. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones. 7 pantalones y de todos los colores. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones. Se pone uno de día y otro por la noche. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones. Se pone uno de día y otro por la noche. Anaisa tiene 7 pantalones. Anaisa, nadie te llama. Anaisa, nadie te llama. Óyeme, Anaisa, yo te estoy llamando. Aquí sabe bien que ya te está esperando. Anaisa, nadie te llama. Oye, Anaisa, nadie te llama. Anaisa, nadie te llama. Óyeme, Anaisa, yo te estoy llamando. Anaisa, te estoy esperando. Anaisa, nadie te llama. Anaisa, te mandé. Anaisa, te mandé. Vaya, hombre. Anaisa, te mandé. 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 Ay, te estoy llamando. Estamos esperando. Anaisa, te mandé. Ay, Anaisa, te mandé. Anaisa, oye, Anaisa, mandé. Anaisa, oye, Anaisa, te mandé. Oye, hombre. Ay, Anaisa, que subare del agua, qué lindo es. Que subare del agua, debajo del agua, tío a la web. Que subare del agua, qué lindo es. Que subare del agua, debajo del agua, tío a la web. Que subare del agua, qué lindo es. Que subare del agua, del agua sangra. Del agua, qué lindo es. Del agua, del agua, del campo, del agua, del agua, qué lindo es. Debajo del agua, del campo, del agua, ay, ay, no, del agua, del agua.
Almost done with the sandwich, y'all. I'll be right with y'all. Give me a few more minutes, about 3 more minutes. I'm right back at you.
Mira el San Santiago que viene bajando, con bandera blanca montado a caballo. Mira el San Santiago que viene bajando, con bandera blanca montado a caballo. Dice San Santiago que no tiene amigos, porque la confianza es que está el peligro. Mira el San Santiago que viene bajando, bandera blanca montado a caballo. Ay, dice San Santiago que no tiene broma, porque va a la guerra sin el pueblo Roma. Mira el San Santiago que viene bajando, bandera blanca montado a caballo. Vaya San Santiago, yo te voy hablando, que yo vengo a pie, tú vienes a caballo. Mira San Santiago que viene bajando, bandera blanca montado a caballo. Ay, yo quisiera ser como la paloma que anda volando y nadie la toca. Mira San Santiago que viene bajando, bandera blanca montado a caballo. Oh, caballero, voy a San Santiago, llegó mi caballero, llegó. Oh, caballero, ay, San Santiago y los 30 caballeros llegó. Oh, caballero, un leñona, mi caballero llegó. Oh, caballero, a la valla abajo llegó, mi caballero llegó. Oh, caballero, ay, montó a caballo, llegó, mi caballero llegó. Oh, caballero, su bandera blanca llegó, mi caballero llegó. Oh, caballero, pásate la mano, llegó, mi caballero llegó. Oh, caballero, valió ganar, mi caballero llegó. Oh, caballero, para el Dios ya llegó, mi caballero llegó. Oh, caballero, llega San Santiago y los 30 caballeros, ay, ¿dónde? Oh, caballero, para el Dios ya llegó, mi caballero llegó. Oh, caballero, mi caballero llegó, mi caballero llegó. Oh, caballero, para el Dios gana, mi caballero, ay, ¿dónde? Oh, caballero, montado a caballo llegó, mi caballero llegó. Oh, caballero, vence la guerra llegó, mi caballero llegó. Oh, caballero, ya llegó, Santiago 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 llegó, Santiago
Welcome. Once again, it's your boy Killer B, the goddamn Westfinder General. Got which I'm burning their asses up. How y'all doing today? I see we got new Eric Kang in the chat. New Eric Kang. What's happening, bro? What's happening? No, we gotta get you again on here, man. Do that interview over, man. That was one of the best shows I had and stuff, and the audio was all jacked up. But we gotta get that again. Hey P, what's going on? Good seeing you in here. Can't have a show without Sister P. That's right. So, I'm shooting this one from the hip because I was gonna do my homosexuality in Africa, pre-colonial Africa video. But woo, I got so much information. I gotta pull all that stuff together, man. It's like I spent quite some time on that today. Had some videos and stuff I still gotta go over. Some reading, some articles, some journals, and all this stuff. Man, I got a lot of information. That's going to be a long show. I might save that to Friday, Saturday night, or something like that. But what else is going on? I got another interview that's coming up. I just got to touch on one of my really good old friends from back in the day and stuff. One of my good skater friends and stuff. He's been a Satanist for since we were probably little kids, 13, 14 years old. So we're all old men now. So I got a hold of him last night. Let's see if we get him on here. Tell us a little bit about the satanic path. Yeah, I know, right? I gotta take my time. It's a lot of information, man. So yeah, this is the home where you get all that information for free. If I got it, you got it. And that's how we rolling out here. So if I got it, you got it. So yeah, we're gonna get into tonight show and stuff on Sanse 21 Division. We're gonna be learning together tonight. So I pulled this up. I've been wanting to do some studying on it and stuff. So I found a great lesson on this. So I'm going to be reading that to you guys tonight. Yeah, hope it goes well. It might have to be a two-part because it's a lot of information. I got a big 2-liter bottle of soda to wet my whistle. So hopefully he can get me through it and stuff with all the sugar. So kind of get this thing going on. So what else is new? Got for you guys? I got a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff I haven't got done yet. That's partly done and stuff like that. Some of the stuff slips my mind. Today I kind of rushed into the show. I'm like, damn. I only got like 2 hours. I gotta come up with something for tonight. Then a lot of the stuff was just like too much stuff to put together for tonight. So I found a great lesson and stuff that I didn't have to do too much digging and researching and all that stuff. So I just skimmed through it. I'm like, all right, this is great. This is absolutely wonderful. So I could do this one, give this one to you guys tonight. Yeah, another video I was thinking about working on. Polygamy. I have a feeling this is my views on it. So I'm going to be getting some information to present my views on people that follow or practice polygamy within the United States, which is illegal. In the United States. I know a lot of you people that watch me, some of you guys are still in the Black Hebrew Israelite cult and all this, like a lot of this so-called Afrocentric type of ideologies that like really don't have any history except like the kooky Afrocentric shit. So so like yeah, like the whole Afrocentric thing, like I really stay away from that type of school's thought, like type of thing. I feel that a lot of it is really damaging to the people of the diaspora and stuff. And it put a real, it set us back. I could put it like this. It set us back from actually really becoming, it set us back from having from showing our true potential within this country. It's something that was thought up, or some people got together and said, hey, this is what we're going to do. And it spread throughout the academic systems, like the schooling and stuff like that, especially in colleges, like Black colleges and stuff like that. And people gravitated to us because we were all looking for something for us to heighten our self-esteem about ourselves and where we come from and stuff like that. But from what I've shown in some of my past videos and said on some of my past videos, that has really set us back, and there's a lot of misinformation that has been put out by these Afrocentric groups and individuals. Where it comes from, there's a lot of different views and stuff of how it originated and what it actually supposed to be. I've been finding out a lot of what it actually supposed to be is not what is being presented as. It's like it's almost like a I can't say it. I don't want to say mega church type of thing, but it's almost like a cult like sort of way of thinking where it's not something that's accurate or really beneficial. It really doesn't have any benefits from the information that they presented to the African American people. A lot of people say different, but hey, you're always welcome to come on the show. We talk about it. You're always welcome. I always invite people to the show. Anybody want to come on, got something to say? Got no problem with it. You can love me or hate me. So we can try to get this thing going. So this reading that I'm going to be doing today comes from an individual named Hector Salva. You can check him out on hectorsalva.com. So we're just going to check out this lesson that he has on history and traditions of Sanse, which developed in Puerto Rico. And then you have 21 divisions that's pretty much what people would call Dominican, like a Dominican voodoo tradition. So let's get into it. Got 4 people in the room. Great. Good enough for me. Okay. Sanse beliefs. The most basic tenets and belief spirits in all Santistas are, for the most part, the same or similar to that of popular spiritualists, known as Spiritismo. Basically, Spiritismo is another video I've been waiting to do, and there's a lot of information I have to pull together to get that done. So that's another one that's going to be coming through. If I ever lack, or you guys are dying to hear those subjects and video and stuff, definitely leave me a comment or send me an email or like hit me on Facebook or whatever. It's like, yo, jackass, like do that video you keep talking about, and I'll get on it. It'll put some fire underneath me and stuff to get it done. So the basic beliefs there are that God exists. God is the beginning and the end, and the supreme intelligence and primary cause and creator of all things. There are spirits, all are created equal, but all have the power to gradually elevate and perfect themselves. Problems, trials, tribulations are all opportunities given to the spirits in which to elevate and perfect themselves. Man is but a spirit incarnated in a material body. Beyond the physical world, the spiritual world exists. Man has the capacity to contact and communicate with the spiritual world, as he is but a spirit. Cats speak to cats, dogs speak to dogs, and spirits can speak to spirits. The spirit have the capacity to affect and influence the material and physical world. Good and evil exist. Just as good and evil exist in the physical world, so does it exist in the spiritual world. Good spirits affect and influence in a positive way, and negative spirits do so in a negative way. Negative spirits can cause us harm, and positive ones can help us and do us good. God has created an army of good powers, powerful spirits and guides to help us face whatever situation we may need. Every effect has a cause, and every cause has an effect. Recognize that one is a natural scientific law as well. Well, they figured it out that Santistas had already been told this a long time ago. There are many spiritual gifts and abilities. The important thing is to develop them. Every person in the world is born with a cuadro is spiritual, or a corte is spiritual, which is a spiritual frame or a spiritual court. Though the development of this cuadro, one can assist himself and others in life to resolve many different types of problems. Faith, hope, and charity. One should have faith, one should have and encourage hope in others, and one should know how to give and receive charity. What you put out is what you get back in some way, shape, or form. This is not so much karma as cause and effect. If you do A, B will happen. Now, we're going to get into the history of Sanse. All right. Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic are actually very close to each other. It says, I have been asked this question time and time again. While this is a oral tradition and most of everything is not documented, I would teach you as I learned myself, says Mr. Hector Salva. Right? How did Sanse come about? And how did it end up in Puerto Rico? Right. So, and that's interesting too, where I want to stop a little bit and talk about this. That's very interesting too, how a lot of African traditions and Native American traditions, as far as I know, and some Native American traditions, as far as I know, don't have a written history or traditions. You have like in Africa, there's pretty much no written history before the colonial era, when the Europeans came there and stuff, and they started documenting the traditions and the religions and what they were told by the African people of their history, because they kept more of a oral tradition rather than writing. A lot of these tribes and nations and stuff in Africa, they didn't use writing. Most of their stuff was all through oral communication. So it's hard to it's hard to learn and document, like keep really distant traditions and stuff like that, because it was only kept orally. So the only way that we pretty much have on a lot of that information is through what missionaries and, you know what I mean, these priests and explorers, and what they documented through their trade, communication, friendship, and whatever with these African people and the people of the Caribbean islands and stuff like that. Right. So how did it come to Puerto Rico? Sometime long ago, there was a man who came over from the Dominican Republic who was a Papa Boco of the 21 divisions, which is the Dominican voodoo, to Puerto Rico. He settled, lived, and made his life there. Along with him came two, some say three, other practitioners of the 21 divisions. Now, when they came to Puerto Rico, Puerto Ricans already had the practice of Espiritismo going. And when the Papa Boco lived for a while in Puerto Rico, he started to be contacted by the spirits already served on the island. Little by little, he started serving them as well. His mysterios had told him to do so and to add them to his practice, that it would help many people. So he went to study Espiritismo with the Puerto Ricans Espiritista. Well, Papa Boco realized that what Espiritismo taught was true indeed. Okay, it is the same outlook he had. And likewise, the Puerto Rican Espiritistas, being how we are, learned plenty from the Papa Boco and his assistants as well. So they started working together, and through their collaboration, Sanse was born. A perfect mix of Espiritismo, 21 division, brujeria, and other practices. Brujeria is it's like the Spanish term for witchcraft, right? Or how they say witchcraft. Like for my video yesterday, I try to put out there how the term witchcraft isn't always the way how the Western ways of thinking interpret the word or stuff like that. You have to go back and check my video for that. They helped many, and each had baptized many, and thus Sanse quickly reached far and wide over the country. That is why you will hear Santistas trace their lineage back to Papa Boco. Although many don't know his name, there are thus those of us who do. Other lineages say it was the other way around, and an Espiritista went to Dominican Republic. Could be. Either way, this is the way Sanse came about. But Sanse is a direct reflection of our Puerto Rican culture. Besides the original Tainos on the island and the Africans who were brought over, many other people came and made Puerto Rico their home. The people of Puerto Rico represent a racial and cultural mix. In the early 1800s, French families and Haitians fleeing Haiti made Puerto Rico their home. Likewise, the Irish fled to Puerto Rico from revolutions and upheavals in their own country. Wow, I didn't know it. So the Irish migrated to Puerto Rico also. Romany gypsies came to the island even long before that. Puerto Rico was also known to have episodes of piracy quite frequently. As the name implies, rich port. Pirates were a natural byproduct. Chinese labor was later brought to Puerto Rico as well. All right. That was some history on it. So now we're going to get into the Cuadro and what it is. A Cuadro espiritual literally is a spiritual frame. simply speaking of one's personal spiritual power. Every being in the world has a Cuadro. It has been given to us by God to assist us in our development. Now, what comprises one is quite large. A Cuadro is composed of all of a person's spiritual abilities. Guardian angel, spirits, ancestors, guides, and spiritual baggage. It is the spiritual power given by God and the spirits. A Cuadro, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Let me check it here.
Cuadro.
Cuadro. Must be developed and nurtured throughout one's life in order to continue the process of elevation. Having a good, strong, clean Cuadro can promote and also be a sign of having success, luck, prosperity, honor, respect, and love. Throughout one's life, Santista constantly work at promoting and elevating the Cuadros, and by doing so, attain the same elevation and prosperity in life. Many Santistas, as well as Espiritistas, often consider their gifts to be inherited. And although this is common, we all truly recognize that it has been given to us by God. These gifts may be inherited by other family members, activated by being around some who has their own gifts, and in some other way awakened. Once awakened, the individual has truly tapped into the spiritual core of their personal power. A Cuadro can be elevated, nurtured, grown in a positive way, but it can also be ruined or misused. It can be neglected, diminished, and grow weak. Sanse teaches the elevation, strengthening, alignment, and beneficial use of the Cuadro. Spiritual balance and alignment is always one of the main goals of Sanse. And Santistas, we know that by attaining spiritual balance, physical balance will come. Thus, living a life with prosperity, luck, and love. And by living in alignment with God's will, we get all those things that belong to us and become who we were meant to be. Right? Initiation into Sanse aligns, activates, cleanses, strengthens, and seals one's Cuadro spiritual. We'll speak about that on another page. But one's Cuadro must also do many of these things itself. And many beginning on this path is due to their Cuadro opening up, becoming active and pushing them to this direction. Cuadros often described in many ways. Cuadro de luz, which is Cuadro of spiritual light, refers to a clean, positive, and spiritually balanced Cuadro. A Cuadro may also be referred to as positivo, literally meaning positive, limpio, meaning clean, fuertes, meaning strong, and preciosos, meaning precious. They can also be described negatively as socios, meaning dirty, atrasado, atrasado. Let me see if I pronounce it
Atrasado.
Atrasado. Dragging, destrudio, destroyed. I know all the Spanish people watching and stuff are probably laughing their asses off of me trying to use Spanish words. Destrudio, meaning destroyed, and débil, meaning weak. Quite naturally, there are reasons for each condition. Many Santistas, although not all, also believe in reincarnation. Ever wonder why, even though you are a good person, bad things always happen to you? Why you just can't seem to get ahead no matter how hard you try? why you just can't seem to be happy or fulfilled, even though technically speaking, you have everything you want. Why there is always one area in your life lacking or having a black hole. It must be your Cuadro. It might need to be elevated or cleansed. A Cuadro can gather up negative attachments just as easy as good ones. There are a variety of situations that you could be under, but in one way or another, it has something to do with your Cuadro and spiritual imbalance. There's much more to learn about Cuadro experience. All right, we're going to talk a little bit now about the 7 chiefs of Sanse, known as the 7 divisions, right? This is the principle, the basic principle. Make sure you guys hit that like button. When you guys come in the room, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and notification bell. Make sure the bell is on all, so you get all the videos and stuff that I put out, and you guys can get it directly to your notifications. Hit that like button, hit the share, subscribe it on your favorite social media site also, so we can get this word out. I appreciate all the support I get on this channel. All right. Okay, this is the basic principle and framework of Sanse. And one important thing before we go into this is the following explanation. There are many lineages of Sanse and many ways it is practiced. That is why it is known as a true mystery tradition. Why? Because every individual's Cuadro and spirits are different. It does everyone works differently. Once you are initiated, your Cuadro unravels, develops within you naturally, and it will teach you. You will have a direct line to your spirits and how you are supposed to do your thing. Sanse gives us the balances, the foundation, and the framework to develop further and work with whatever it is needed to. Therefore, different lineages and practices may call things by different names, but they are basically have the same foundation. For example, what I refer to as division del cementerio, division of the cemetery. Others may refer to division Gede, Gede's division, division de Baron, the Baron's division, etc., and so on. But the foundation remains the same. Likewise, some Santistas refer the groups as divisions, others as familias, and use both terms as well as others. We know for a fact that there are many ways to do any job and get it completed. The Sanse teaches us, as the saying goes, there are many ways to skin a cat. Thus, you will find that there are different practices from place to place, but they're all different roads in the end lead the same. The main guides and teachers of the Sanse tradition are known as mysterios. We have other spirits, which we'll cover later, but the mysterios are what compromises the 7 divisions. We also refer to them as Loas, Santos, and English, meaning basically Loas, saints, and angels. Many of the same law or other paths of the same Loa can be found in other traditions, such as the 21 divisions, Dominican voodoo, or Haitian voodoo. However, in each system tradition, they are approached and worked with differently. The division of the cemetery. We recognize the leader of this division as Baron de Cementerio. This division is comprised of the cemetery and all its spirits and mysterios. Baron del materials is recognized with the image of San Elias del Monte Carmelo, which is Saint Elijah. However, Baron is not to be confused with San Elias, who is known to be another Mysterio entirely, although belonging to the same division. In Sanse, this division is also known as Division de los Guardias. Let me see how you pronounce it.
Gudises.
Gudises. The division of Gudis. Division de Baron, Baron's division, and Division Negra, the Black division. Right? This division is very powerful in bringing back lovers, bringing about wealth, reversing hexes, doing negative magic, cleansing one spiritually, and doing powerful magic. Also, in spiritual communication in its development. The color of this division is black or white or a combination of both. The black cloth with a white cross is common, as is a white and black checkered cloth. Right? Division de Papa Lebanese. The division is compromised of all Mysterios that control the opening of doorways, paths, and others like endeavors. The leader is Papa Libba or Legba, who is recognized with the image of Saint Anthony of Padua or San Antonio de Padua. Right? So we did a lesson on Papa Legba a few days ago, so you guys can check that out to learn more about Papa Legba. Thus, this division is also known as the division of the doors. Remember, Papa Legba was the basically the gatekeeper of the doors or the pathways, right? The division Able Camino, meaning the open path division, or division Papa Legba, Legba's division. Whenever one's path or doors are closed, this division is worked with. This division rules over opening one's paths, getting work, or finding something that was lost, bringing in blessing, prosperity, and luck, and etc. The color of this division is brown. Okay, number 3, Division Soleil, meaning division of the sun. La Division Soleil or Division del Sol is comprised of all the Mysterios that bring out illumination, spiritual abilities, spiritual communication, wisdom, truth, and knowledge. The leader of this division is Grand Soleil, recognized in the image Ixe Homo. As can be expected, this division is very, very important during the Sanse initiation process. The color of this division is yellow, orange, and white. Division del Agua, the water division. This division is the group of native Taino Indians. Dejo Elegua, or San Rafael, Angel Raphael, is the leader of this division. The division also is comprised of all the spirits that rule over water. This division is often consulted to cleanse people spiritually, bringing prosperity, luck, love, and healing, and removing obstacles. The color of this division is green. Division de Metresas. Division of Metresas, which are female spirits. This division is comprised of all the female Mysterios. The leader of this division is known as Metresile. Metresile is seen in the Mata Doloroso image. This division is often consulted to remove problems in love, harmony, peace, unity, and home to attain good husband, cleanse negativity, and reverse hexes, cleansing and wealth. The color of this division is pink. Well, I should share my screen. I don't know why I didn't share the screen before. Let me do it now. Thank you, Pete. All right. I'm sorry about that. I should have shared this before. All right. Division de Fuego, division of fire. This division is comprised of all the mysterios of fire. This division ruler is known as Candelo Sidife. Let me see if I'm pronouncing this right. By the way, towards the end, I'm gonna put in the link of where these lessons come from, so you guys can read it over. If anything you didn't understand, anything I didn't pronounce right, something you want to look up, and I probably didn't pronounce it right, you guys can go here and see all of it. All right. So
Sedive.
Oh, way off. Candelo Sedive, which is associated. See what I mean? Which is associated with Saint Charles Borromeo. This division is also known as Division Candelo or Candelo's division. This division is mostly consulted for reversing hexes, getting revenge or justice, resolving difficult cases, cleansing protection, and improving business and work. The color of this division is red. Division de Belcanes. See if I'm pronouncing this right.
Belcanes.
Belcanes, okay. La Division de Belcanes is comprised of all the mysterios that deal with justice. This is also sometimes referred to as Division Guerrero or the Warriors Division. This division is also known as Division de Justicia, the Justice Division, or Division del Aire or the Air Division. The division leader is also known as Bele Belcan, who is seen as Saint Michael, the Archangel. The Ogunes can also often be seen working in this division, or the Fire Division, depending on the punto. The division is consulted when resolving issues with enemies. Justice, war, or destruction are needed. The color of this division is dark blue. You will notice many mysterios cross paths with different divisions, meaning they may belong to more than one. However, when they are called in different divisions or paths, they are worked very differently. But this is only some of the mystery power that is in Sanse. Mystery of Sanse. The other part of Sanse, or other half of the tradition, is working with one's ancestors and spiritual guides. Ancestor service works with los muertos, literally the dead. It is also essential in Santista's practice. It makes up half of this half. Remember, you got to know where you've been to know where you're going. Your ancestors made you, and without them, you wouldn't be here. Ancestors also have a huge and powerful ability to affect our lives. Okay? The other 25% is made up of your spiritual guides. Spiritual guides come from one place, all kinds of races, and all kinds of different specializations, just as there are people in our life. Out of all your spiritual guides, however, one stands above the rest. This is known as your principle. Goya, principle, or the centellia, principal, guide, or a messenger. These are elevated spirits who come to help us, and by doing so, further elevate themselves. They are protectors, messengers that are between us and the mysterios, healers, and have many other roles. These guys assist us in making their proper decisions and in making proper moves. Many of these spirits were living at one time, however, not all. Some are totally spiritual entities that were never incarnated on Earth. Now, for sanity's sakes, Santistas have grouped different types of spiritual guides together. These groups are referred to as commissions. However, these guys are not actually always in a group. There are many commissions, but I will give you some of the most common ones below. Trabajadores, brujos, trabajadores, and spirit childs. These guys were at one time shamans, witches, healers, or other types of spiritual workers. They assist spiritual workers in doing spiritual work, healing, giving recipes for spiritual work, etc. Gitanos and gitanas, gypsies, the Roman gypsies, were at one time brought to Puerto Rico. So it is no surprise to find them here. There are many gitanos and female gitanas, gypsy spirits. These spirits assist in divination, especially with tools such as playing cards, crystal balls, and tarots, working magic spells and charms, and excelling at the arts. Right? Madamas and madamos. These are elevated spirits of old African slaves in Puerto Rico. As you guys see here too, I said before, how Puerto Rico is just a group of many different ethnicities, nations, and of people. It's not just the Taino Indians or the Arawak Indians. And today, these people are all mixed up with these different nationalities. So you can have a Puerto Rican that's part French, part Spanish, part American Indian, part African. So in Irish, Gypsy, like Romanian, and all these other people all combined. And all these people migrated to this place, or brought on the slave ships, or brought to this place, migrated, however they got here, and they brought their spiritual systems. And as we see here, how all these spiritual systems was able to work together, and the ancestor worship, and the divination, and all these different collaboration of people fuse their religions together, and they fit, they work together. And it just shows how we're so separate here in America, and where you have places like Brazil, that's another place with all different walks of life. And I left out the Chinese. You know what I mean? They were there also. You know what I mean? And you only see here in America where your race, the color of your skin, and stuff really makes it, breaks you, and it really divides the people. I'm not saying that people aren't divided in Puerto Rico or Cuba or the Dominican Republic, because they are. There's racism there too. Like there's racism with the Dominicans against the Haitians. Like, you know what I mean? And so there's Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. Like, you know what I mean? There is that thing, but in a spiritual, like a religious type of thing, I'm seeing that all these things are put together. Because I watch videos and stuff on African, like afro-cuban religions and all this stuff all the time. And you see people of light complexion, like jet black complexion, worshiping, singing, dancing, congregating, eating, all with each other. All with each other. And when you don't see that here, like you can have a Baptist people here in America, like a Baptist religion, but you got Black Baptists, you got your white Baptists, and you don't see these other people. You see some of it now more than like before, but they were totally separate. They have the same faith, but you wouldn't see them coming together and worshiping together. You wouldn't see that. And usually where you see that here in America is because of maybe an interracial marriage or something like that. You know what I mean? You wouldn't see a black church or white people just join the black church, or black people just join the white church. You only would see them if they was somehow put in that position by marriage or something like that. You know what I mean? That's the only way you really see that in America. And you go to Brazil, you see all these different types of people worshiping and congregating and stuff like that together. And there's other things with racism and stuff. I should do a video on that, on racism in like the Caribbean, South America, and stuff like that. And just learn about more. But as far as like religion, I don't see too much of a separation. Yeah, P, that's what they thought Angelina character from. Yep. All right, say these are the I'm not gonna say that shit out of here. I tell you that in the email, P. You're gonna laugh at me too. You're gonna crack up. Something about Angelina. As a kid, but I share that with you in the email. I'm not gonna say that on the air. I'll get clowned forever. They'll definitely take a shot at that and shit. Do some videos on my ass about that shit. These are the elevated spirits of old African slaves in Puerto Rico. Madamas and madamos usually represent those who serve as nannies, butlers, servants, and maids. They're concerned with the home, children, healing, cleansing, making spiritual baths, and folk charms and spells. There are a variety of kinds. Some work with water, some with earth, fire, and the woods, and the sea, etc. So you see here, these go all around the board. Okay. Then you got the piratas. These are the elevated spirits of pirates. Believe it or not, pirates were well known in Puerto Rico, so it's really no surprise. Indios. These are spirits of dead Indians. These spirits assist in all areas, especially healing, shamanism, and the development of spiritual abilities. Orientales. These are the Oriental spirits. These spirits are Asian background. They assist with spiritual development, prosperity, luck, and fortune. Arabes. These represent the Arabic spirits, the spirits known secret Muslim magic and working with the jinn and other similar practices. Right? Sanación, healing. This commission is comprised of all the spirits of healing, such as doctors, nurses, and medical professionals. Dr. Jose Goro. Yep, showed up there. Yeah, and all those old movies, like fake movies and like just old movies where they had like servants and stuff. The lady, they always look the same. They always look the same. Okay. Congos. The Congo spirits. The spirits of dead Congo people in the Caribbean. Well known for their magical abilities. We learned about that. You guys can check out my videos on Palo Miambe and the African Congo people in Cuba. And this little side note, the people of the Congo were one of the first people transported to the Americas as slaves. They were the first nation of people. They came there long before the people of Ghana, of this the land of Ghana and stuff like that. Most people think of slaves coming from Ghana, but the original slaves that were brought here from America came from the Congo. Santos, saints. This refers to actual spirits of the saints, not Lawaz or Mysterios, such as Saint Barbara and Saint Clara. See, so these are like the Catholic slaves, right? Hindu. This is a group of spirits of the Hindus. 12 Angeles. This is the angels, not to be confused with the Mysterios, who are represented by many of their images. Esclavos, spirits of dead slaves who now come to consult and help the living. These are just a few of the many different commissions that exist to give you a basic understanding. The Centinela or the Goya, let me say, I forgot how you pronounce it. Geia principle is your principal spiritual guide and leads that part of your Cuadro experience. This guide will be like your own personal gatekeeper. He or she sends and delivers messages, assists in your spiritual development, opens the doorways to the spirits you are calling, close it to those who are no good to you or are negative. This guide is extremely important. In fact, most Santistas call this guide into possession most often. Rather than calling the Mysterios or Muertos, why not just get in contact with the Mysterios? Because this guide is closer to us, closer to our level of existence, and therefore easier to call. To call the Mysterios, more energy must be generated, and it is much more work. Calling our guides, because they're closest to us and because guides work with us on a one-on-one basis, naturally is easier to do. Therefore, we exert the least amount of energy to get the greatest amount of benefit. Sisters can also call upon the dead that belong to one division or another. Meaning, if a living person, i.e., we'll use Joe as an example, was a servant of Candelo during life and he died, that person can be called up with the Corrientes spiritual forces of Candelo. He may thus be known as Candelo Joe or Joe Candelo. Do not misunderstand this, as many have. It does not mean that Santistas cannot call Mysterios. I can and have seen many Santistas called pure Mysterios. The popular guide can be the message between the person and Mysterios quickly anyway. And if our principal guide cannot handle it, well, he or she will call the Mysterios to come. Less energy and force needs to be exerted by the Santista, and he or she still attains the same result. Each guide is specific to you and only you. Unlike the Mysterios who are called upon by tens of thousands, your guides are only working with you. Since they are closer to our plane, and many have lived before, they can better understand us in our situation, feelings, wants, and desires. Thus, our relationship with our guide is very easily becomes strong, as those who understand each other often come very close with each other. There is tons more that you can write about this topic. Okay. Ceremonies of Sanse. Excuse me. This is a spiritual mass. This is a public ceremony where Santistas calling upon their guides and Mysterios give important spiritual messages to a different member of the congregation. This is the most common done public ceremony. This is also sometimes referred to as Sanse itself. Unlike Cuban practitioners of misas, in Sanse, just like a Espiritismo, a misa is an open forum for any and all spirits. These misas help the congregants and the Santistas alike. By doing the misa or working with misas as known, Santistas do charity and thus elevate the further unravel the spiritual abilities. And the public benefit by receiving the prophecies, getting healed, being cleansed spiritually. I have a friend, his father, they're Puerto Rican, and he was raised by a black Cuban. And he told me as a child that they were into the Espiritismo, and they would go to misas and say like someone was sick, right? And they would go, I'm going to kind of paraphrase and stuff a little bit. Like, I forgot some of the stuff that he's saying. But they would go to this thing, and it was like a seance, I guess. And they will go around the room, and someone will receive like a spirit, and that person would tell the issue, I guess, like why this person is sick, what caused this one person to be sick. It's almost just like what we showed on the video last night, and it points out who was the person responsible for it. And that person would be cleansed. And I guess the spirit or this bad thing that was on this person caused him to be sick will be sent out, and it will go right back to the person that sent it. And then the people in the community or whatever, this other person will get, and they would know like who did it, and that person will receive what they sent out. Very strange, like when he told me that. But I guess that's how this stuff works. They might mention something like that in here. Okay. Fiesta espiritual. Similar to the misa, but this is done without a table. This is also a public ceremony. In this ceremony, it is common to have music either by drums or some other source. And the Santistas gather, dance, and call upon their Cuadros to get messages, prophesize, cleanse, heal, and resolve issues for the community. Velacion, this is a public ceremony. It is a prayer ceremony and ceremony of elevation. In this ceremony, many candles are lit. As above, predictions and spiritual messages are given to the public. There are various types of velaciones as well. As you can see, something that is very important in all Sanse ceremonies is prophesizing, giving spiritual messages, and helping people resolve their problems. Unlike other ATRs or African tradition, these public ceremonies mostly focus on spiritual possession of its initiates. Sanse encourages development of all one's faculties. During public ceremonies, messages and prophecies are passed by Santistas, possessed or not, using their other spiritual faculties. In Sanse, the name of a spirit is not so much important as the message it gives. Does the message assist, help, or guide the person in some positive way? Is it true? Does it reveal something? Well, we are not interested in people who get possessed and just dance around shaking people's hands. I am not saying that this doesn't have its place, but in Sanse, we are focusing on the positive development in one's spiritual abilities, practices, Cuadro, and spirit, so they can truly assist the individual in some concrete way. As far as private ceremonies, I will go into those further initiation process. I was also discussing this too with the person. Oh, thank you, P. You guys get that link too. You guys subscribe to the channel. Yeah. All right. Sanse and animal sacrifice. Like I was saying, I was speaking to this young lady. She asked me about like the witchcraft thing and stuff, and I told her like I believe how like the Bible talks about witchcraft. It was something other than what we think of witchcraft in the Western world. And what I was telling her about a lot of these afro-cuban religions and these religions that were brought from Africa and was developed here in the Caribbean or the Americas and stuff like that, that they aren't as Westerners portray it as. Like, you know what I mean? And these things where you look at voodoo or Santeria and stuff, those religions or cultures, traditions or whatever, aren't meant to be like how it's portrayed in the West as like demonic and murderous like type religion. Like they all think like they're all murderers. They're looking to sacrifice people and sacrifice these animals and to Satan and all fucking kind of crazy shit. Like, know what I mean? Where in actuality, these sacrifices that they make and these traditions, a lot of them, you can mirror them right with the Levitical priesthood that's in the Bible. They did some of the same things that you will see these people in these religions playing out and using in their tradition. You could mirror that stuff right with the stuff that's out of the Torah. And how the Levites and stuff practiced their work, their rituals, their ceremonies and stuff like that. You would see the same thing. It's like almost identical. The way sacrifices are handled and how like certain, like say, like with cleansing, you're using an animal to cleanse people and the animal is sacrificed. Like the animal is not eaten. And you go to the Levitical priesthood and where you have sin offerings and stuff like that, that animal is not eaten. But where you have other sacrifices and stuff, the animal is eaten. You see these same things. You see the same exact thing. Well, if you're looking for an ATR tradition where there's no animal sacrifice, then you have found it. In keeping with its spiritismo's values, most Santistas believe that blood is for God and for God only. And God does not need physical offerings or sacrifice. If he, she, it needs it, he is the creator of all things and will just take it. Doesn't need any permission or gift. Thus, in most Casa de Sanse, houses of Sanse, animal sacrifice is never done. But pay attention. I said most. There are houses in Sanse and Santistas who do practice animal sacrifice within their lineage or practice. But even in those houses, this is most usually reserved for very important things only, such as initiation, certain concentrations, and etc. However, overall, it is a very rare thing to see. In Sanse, we work directly with spirits, spiritual energy, and power. We know that God has given us all things within us that we may need spiritually. Everything on the outside is simply a tool and a training wheel for your development with the spirits. But training wheels are not meant to be on forever. Eventually, if you keep them on too long, they end up becoming crutches, and you will never learn to walk on your own. We respect those who do practice animal sacrifices, and some Santistas, such as myself, are initiated in other traditions and perform it when fulfilling those duties, but it is not something so commonly done in Sanse. We will use animals from time to time, but the animals are almost never sacrificed. They are let go or set free or kept as pets for a time. And his specific lineage of Sanse, there's no animal sacrifice. Who can practice Sanse? Anyone. Sanse is a practice open to anyone and everyone. We can truly accept everyone. There are no rituals or ceremonies, spirits, or anything else of that nature that is for Puerto Ricans only. So commonly found in other ATRs, we restrict access to others outside the culture, making certain spirit ceremonies and knowledge for Cuban only or Haitian only, etc. All right. Believe it or not, this is way more common than you think, but you mustn't pay any attention to those involved in that nonsense. They simply show their true ignorance, meaning lack of knowledge, of the spiritual world and spiritual laws. Here, Sanse has no restrictions against homosexuals, transsexuals, bisexuals, or any other type of sexuality. Sanse does not ask you to leave your religion to join. It doesn't matter what religious background you come from. Sanse has no discrimination based on race or gender. There is no level of development that is barred to anyone based on any such things. One who is an initiate of Sanse and practitioner is known as a Santista. Sansistas also commonly refer to themselves as mediums, espiritistas, or brujos. But you can be an espiritista or brujo without being a Sansista. But you cannot be a Santista and not be the other two. Sanse tradition does not have any ranks. Everyone is equal, just like in life and in the eyes of God. We are all brothers and sisters and are equal. All Sansistas and mediums are just either less or more advanced in the spiritual development. And the evolution and unraveling of their cuadros and spiritual abilities, those at a further stage in development are encouraged to assist those less developed mediums to develop their abilities. Anyone can be initiated in Sanse as well, and we will go further into this initiation. Initiation into Sanse. Initiation into Sanse has been said before. Is open to anyone, no matter what age, race, gender, religious affiliation, or sexual orientation. And people undergo initiation into Sanse for a variety of reasons. Some undergo initiation to receive spiritual protection, others to put balance in their lives, others to fix certain issues or problems they may face to be healed, yet some are initiated to develop further in Santistas and mediums. Thus, as you can see, initiation into Sanse or parts of it can and are done for a variety of situations. In these pages, I will be approaching and speaking about the initiation in terms of those who can plan to further develop as Sansistas. But understand that much of the process applies to those undergoing it for other purposes as well. Initiation into Sanse is a process as with all things. A full initiation in Sanse is known as the bautizo. The bautizo generally takes up to 4 to 7 days to complete. But before this, there are other steps and initiation ceremonies to receive and complete. But the first step prior to any of this is consulta de investigación, spiritual consultation. This special consultation investigates your cuadro to find out what you have and what you need, meaning that spirits, mysterios, and guides you have within your cuadro. We also investigate what your cuadro may want to add or need in addition to usual ceremonies, and from where we start the process. This consultation may be done in any number of ways. Some Sansistas use cards, others use cowries, others use their cuadro and spiritual vision. Some call down a loa or guide to do this, and yet others do a misa to accomplish this end. The manner in which it is accomplished is not so important as the fact that it is done and done correctly. From this step on, there are 2 directions in which your initiation may proceed. Since many houses of Sanse do confer the second initiation, I will only be covering the most common and basic ceremony of bautizo and Sanse. There are other ceremonies which are conferred upon the initiate after bautizo. Those will not be discussed here. Since this is highly secret and classified information, I will be proceeding with caution. You must also understand that certain information you will need to be initiated to know. All right. Bautizo Los Sanse. This is what is most commonly referred to when speaking of a bautizo and Sanse. As you will understand, I am limited to what I am able to tell you. Prior to the initiation the initiate is to be required to fast and follow restrictions for a certain period of time. During this time, immediately before the initiation, there are also other ceremonies and rituals that are to be done by the candidate as instructed by the madrina padrino, the godmother or the godfather, who are the initiators. Likewise, the padrino will also be doing certain rituals and ceremonies for a certain period of time in this bayi on behalf of their initiator. All too unfortunately, these days, people are skipping over these steps in order to speed up the process. These rituals done by the padrino are highly secretive and serve to announce and activate the candidate's quadro. The candidate initiated to be will be taken to a variety of places, or at times things of those places will be brought into the bayi or the altar room, such as the cemetery, the crossroads, the river, the woods, etc. And in each location will receive certain ceremonies and dedicated to each of the 7 divisions. This part can be done singularly or in groups. Many times it's done in groups to save time, money, etc. The following part, however, must be done one at a time. Once the candidate is finished receiving these ceremonies, he or she is taken to the bayi or the altar room that has been specially prepared for him or her. In there, he will receive certain mysteries and ceremonies, which cannot be discussed here, or fully concentrate him or her into the mysteries of Sanse. But to give you the basics, the candidate's quadro will be aligned, strengthened, and sealed, whose Gaia principal or principal guide will also be concentrated and baptized into his head, as well as he will receive other ceremonies and empowerments, receptions of spiritual forces, according to his or her quadro. Once the initiation is complete, some thought not all celebrate the candidate's success with the fetista espiritual. For a certain period of time, the new initiate is given some general rules and restrictions to follow. These often vary according to his or her quadro. Now the candidate is fully initiated Santistas, and his or her mysterios guardes or Gaias or quadro will continue to develop and unravel within him. All right, winding down here. Hope you guys enjoying this video so far. We got some people in the room. Dirty Trickster Productions. What up, bro? That's right. The killer bees never sleep. Goddamn it, the killer bees never sleep. Thank you for turning your like button blue. If that subscribe button is red, click it and turn it gray. Right on, P. Right on. Be on it. Oh man. Right on. All right. So what is the difference between Sanse and 21 divisions? Many people are confused when it comes to what is Sanse, and what is 21 divisions. The reason why, because we deal with many of the same spirits in Sanse, but on different spiritual points. Thus, many of the names and terminology are used in both traditions. Also, there is the same basic methodology behind the practices, but that is too complicated to go into here. We'll give you the same basic differences. 21 divisions works primarily with and focuses on mysterios. Here you will not find myrtles or spiritual guides common. Some 21 division practitioners have incorporated some of it into their practices as well. However, spirits referred to as mysterios, santos, and seres practice animal sacrifice, initiations, and are refresco, placimiento, and bautismo, Offering of food tend to be more common as well. Ceremonies are commonly known as Rilis, Nenes, La Hora Santa, and Prayas. More commonly practiced in the Dominican Republic, however, many Santistas have traveled and been initiated in 21 divisions as a way to get closer to the roots of what we consider as Las Divisions, Las Seven Divisions, or as instructed by our Cuadro. Sanse practice is a combination of Mysterios, Muertos, Guias, Spiritismo, Puerto Rican Brujeria. Thus ancestry is very important in the tradition, and our roots are very closely tied to us spiritually, and thus what spirits we have within our Cuadro as well. Spirits referred to as Muertos, Guias, Mysterios, Angeles, Sirius, Santos, and Sanses. Animal sacrifice is very rare and uncommon, and in most houses not practiced at all. Initiation are known as bautizos and elevaciones. Ceremonies known as misas, fiesta espirituales, and velaciones. Practice is more common in Puerto Rico, although practiced in the Dominican Republic as well. All right. Sanse versus the 21 division. Unfortunately, Sanse has some bad intention. Some say that Sanse is nothing more than watered down 21 division. Others say that it's weaker or lesser, or still yet others do not give it the respect it truly deserves, probably because it really doesn't confer to grand title. But as a practitioner in both Sanse and 21 division, I am fully aware and have seen the differences and likenesses. And I want to clear up some of the misinformation. I love, respect, and practice both traditions, but I want to clear up some things. For those who say Sanse is nothing more than watered down 21 divisions, I would like to say a simple thing. How do you like it when Haitians or Haitian voodoo sons say that 21 divisions is nothing more than watered down Haitian voodoo? Unfortunately, I had heard both of these opinions all too often. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Sanse is not watered down 21 divisions or anything else. It is its own practice. It is what is native to us, Puerto Ricans. Sanse and Espiritismo, although I am a Papa Boco and a Hugan, I was born and raised in a family full of Santistas, Espirituales, and Brujos. I am Puerto Rican and was born an Espiritista and will die one. I was not born a Papa Boco or Hugan, which you really cannot be. This must be attained, trained, and developed. But I was born a Spiritista and Brujo. I am very proud to be a Puerto Rican and a Santista. It was Sanse that took me to further my practices in the 21 divisions in Haitian voodoo. To make that clear, I was further initiated into the practices to deepen my connection with the spirits that I have come from those traditions. But I am a Santista and a Spiritista first and always have been. As we always say, the mysterious works in mysterious ways. For example, Cuadro made me well known as a Hugan in the online community. But most of my local clientele have always known me as a Santista or Papa Boco. And although some of them know I am a Hugan of Haitian voodoo, some don't. Most will approach me as a Sanse or 21 divisions. As such, spiritual services such as misas, fiesta espirituales, nenes, pyres, and perlis are much more common in my home than fiestas. I think I'm saying this right. I apologize if I'm saying some of these wrong words.
Fates.
See what I'm talking about?
Fates.
Fits. Now, shit, I don't know. Okay. And I have been to Haiti, Santo Domingo, Mexico, and many other places, seeing all types of things being done all over, good and bad. And I still know that Espiritismo is my true home and teaches universal truths and knowledge. However, whatever ceremonies I'm doing, I make sure that it's clear that that is what I am doing. I do not mix and match together. I am well trained and train my people well to officiate in the ceremonies and all the different traditions according to the regimens of that said tradition. Also, those who say Sanse is nothing but a mix-match system, you show your true lack of knowledge of what Sanse truly is. I hope that this website will help to further inform you in all system traditions and religions were created by man, with or without spiritual guidance or intervention at some point. That is how they came about. Sanse does not have indoctrination such as other traditions. Sanse is an open tradition, a tradition of its people and practitioners. Thus, we always advocate, remember who you are and where you come from. The Santistas serve their spirits as such. It will be no surprise to see someone of Jewish ancestry serving Jewish spirits, and someone with Taino in their blood to be very devoted to the Indio division. Or for someone of Native American ancestry to mount a spirit from that tradition at a misa. If someone is part Cuban, do not be surprised to see them serving orishas. The Sanse teaches its practitioners how to do it and do it effectively. How? Because Sanse is not based on dogma, indoctrination, or heavy rules, regimens, or taboos. Sanse is based on direct communication with spirits. Yes, we show you a framework, and from there, the spirits themselves will expand it for you. Does someone who give me a second, I gotta take it. Damn reading. I don't know. So how you guys enjoying the video so far? How you guys? Somebody talk to me. Talk to me. All right. Yeah, that's it. Talk to me. Talk to me. All right. All right. Where I left off here. All right. Thus, someone who is in direct contact with Oshun, for example, will be told by Oshun how to do whatever he or she needs to do to help his or herself. Initiation rituals of all religions and traditions in the world sole aim is to achieve this direct connection with the spiritual world in some fashion or another. Sanse misas and other spiritual ceremonies are an open forum for any and all good spirits. Sometimes bad ones are brought up as well in order to remove them or cleanse someone of their energies. Another myth is that Santistas only mount muertos or dead spirits and guias, your guides, and those are the only types of spirits that can show up in a misa. If a misterio comes to a misa, that it is always a dead corriente with the energy. This will be discussed in another section of Mysterio. This is one of the ideas, myth, beliefs that I am sorry to say I find the most hilarious of all. Why? Because many of these individuals would consider Mysterio, Orisha, and Kisi strong enough to do anything else. Strong enough to do anything else. Unite lovers, help people get work, and yet they can't wrap their minds around the fact that a Mysterio, Orisha, etc. has the power to come to a Sanse ceremony where it is an open forum for good spirits. The reason they are called Mysterios is because they are mysteries and work in mysterious ways. Now, for it to come, con corriente or en camino, I will say is much more common than to have a pure Mysterio. However, I have seen it done. I know it can be done. I have done it, and that is the truth. And the truth is I've seen many cases in which Mysterios, Orishas give more help, prophesize more, and tell more truths at a Sanse ceremony than a Lukumi, Bembe, 21 Division, Mani, etc. I can say the opposite has also been true. You see, in Sanse, a spirit is expected to prove his or herself, to help the people, to give evidence and truth, to show themselves. Just dancing, saluting, and shaking hands is not considered sufficient. Unfortunately, I have seen and been to too many Bembes and Fiats that this is all that is done. Mysterios or Orichas and Kisis are not limited to their powers or abilities. It is the horses, servants, and followers who are. They do not live in a box. It is those horses and servants who live in a box and thus limit themselves and their spirits. I guess they call the servants the people that are there, the horses, because the spirits mount them. I guess that's what I mean by horses. The spirits are not limited to time, space, location, or environment. The spirits are here to help all, not just a select few. Yes, not all things and problems can be resolved in a manner in which you want them to. Yes, not all people are meant to become initiates, santistas, espiritistas, santeros, papabocos, etc. But not everyone has the same background, ancestors, life paths, experiences, and guiding spirits either. In the world, we need everyone, all people of all paths in order to make it. This is why Sanse is not big on titles. Sanse says everyone is important. Everything is important. We need carpenters, masons, cashiers, electricians, etc. just as much as we need priests. Neither one is necessarily higher or better than the other. More than likely, just more or less spiritually developed. For those who are misinformed to think that Sanse is weaker or less potent than other forms, I hope to show you how you have been seriously misinformed. The power is not in the system, but in the person. It's just whether the system and the person are a match, or if the person can work within the system. In all my years around all types of people within the ATRs, I have seen good, not so good, just bad practitioners to all the traditions. My grandmother, who was an Espiritista, as a personal consultant of many santeros, paleros, cabellos, de misteros, 21 division servants, and santistas. Also, I have seen santistas accomplish with a simple candle and invocation what it may take others many sacrifices, dances, offering herbs, parties, and all kinds of things. I know for a fact. I have done it and do it all the time. If anything, I think that Sanse teaches to elevate the spiritual power to a level where you do not need you do not need as many physical items or anything and still get the same result. Attest to its great power. I am not putting down any of the traditions. In fact, I'm initiated in some of them. I am simply saying the facts. And as I've said, I've been seen all over. I know and think most of all Santistas do that all positive religions and traditions should be respected. There are many roads and paths to the same end. Different roads are chosen by and for different people. Unfortunately, however, it is not a belief held all around. I'm sorry. That's it. Wow, my man got a course. Woo. $1,100? God damn. Oh shit. All right, hey, shit costs money. It costs money. $421 a month. Access to one class weekly. Support diagrams and images. $420 a month for only 3 months. Learn the basics of foundation of Sanse, beliefs, the spiritual world, spiritual hierarchy, spiritual frame. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna put so right on, Pete. So I think that's about it. So if you guys have any questions, anything y'all want to see, talk any subject y'all want to talk about, now's the time. I'm gonna put the link if anybody want to come in and talk. There's the link there. Give y'all a few minutes. Other than that, I'm gonna head my ass on out of here. Shit, I've been reading forever. Yeah, I've been reading for what? Shit, probably almost 2 hours. Yeah. Oh man. So once again, I thank everybody and stuff for hanging in with me tonight through all this. For all my supporters and stuff, don't forget to hit that like button. Share the videos and stuff to get this information out to your friends. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We very much appreciate it. Thanks Dirty Trickster Productions for stopping by. That's a dope avatar you got. P for holding us down in the chat. Had New Era King in the building. Peace to New Era King. And my internet been working pretty good tonight, right? I ain't had one shutdown. P had to show the sirens one time tonight. Ain't that some shit right there? That's the first. That's the first in a long time. Yep, last call. We turned off the lights and everything was almost 1:45. You ain't gotta go home. You gotta get your ass on out of here. You ain't got to go home. Wherever you want. You be leaving this motherfucker. That's for sure. Yep. So yeah, I'd like to thank this guy Hector Salva for hooking us up with his lesson, his free lesson and stuff. Giving me the privilege to read it all to you guys. I'm gonna put his website in the chat here. Right. All right. All right. That's the link to the website where I got the information. You guys can go over there and check that out. What else we got here? Ooh. They charge for money. Some of this stuff. Well, you hooked us up that free lesson. That's all I can ask for. Should I thank him for that? I ain't got no bread to ask no questions. Oh man. Yeah, 20 minutes on the phone with $80. Woo. You can ask 5 questions by email for $60. Okay? What it is, what it is. They got to get paid for his work. Somebody got to do it. Hey, you get professional help and stuff, that's what it does. Shit, I used to do lessons, teach kids to skateboard and stuff, and charge $40 an hour. The people that want to learn, they pay that money. They have no problem paying it. And the kids learn. The kids learn right away. And they were just shocked, amazed. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to pay for professional help. It's the best you can do. You know what I mean? Everything people's experience and stuff like that. Just like you go to a doctor. You know what I mean? You go to the damn emergency room, shit. Your bill, you might have a damn sprained finger and shit. That motherfucker might cost your ass $5,000 or whatever. You know what I mean? For one visit in the hospital. So hey, everybody gotta get paid. You know what I mean? But when it's people taking money for like fucking stupid shit, you know what I mean? That you don't benefit from and stuff like that. That's some shit kind of crazy. You do have to watch certain people, especially in these type of religions and traditions and stuff like that. There's a lot of people that's out there that just scamming people and stuff. So it actually gets worse than the Hebrew Israelite cults and stuff. It actually is like it really actually is. So be careful and stuff when you deal with. Yep, just like old dirty bastard said. Well, you know, I gotta get paid. But he said whether it's truthfully or untruthfully. Gotta get paid. Yup. So shit. I don't know. Anybody want to come in? Drop the link up in this bad boy again. Okay, only 2 people up in here anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna try to book a date and stuff with my boy to get this Satanism interview on. Yeah, because there's a lot of things that people say about Satanism that is in no way true. You know what I mean? Like they don't believe in a God. They're basically atheists. Like they don't believe in Satan either. Like, but they're called Satanists, but like, you know what I mean? They don't actually worship like Satan. Anybody named Satan. So that's what I learned from my reading. So we're gonna get to hear to say my boy Madball. We call him Madball. So we can see what old Madball got to say about this. And I know he's been dealing with Satan for a long time. Satanism for a long time. I was on his Facebook page. He's still at it. Yeah, he's still at it. So I know he'll enjoy beating up on the Hebrew Israelites and stuff. So I gotta get him down with all of that. So yeah, head my ass on out of here. Last call. So if y'all got something to say, go ahead on and say it. Oh, I put the wrong link on there. That's the website again. Put the link in there. You guys. Oh yeah, old Chris Harris won the damn debate league shit. But I think they said something about something supposed to go on tomorrow or today, actually, Wednesday. I don't know if that was the last. I haven't even watched it yet. Like, stupid, retarded topic. Like I already know Chris was gonna win. It was a stupid ass topic and shit to have like a Super Bowl and shit, have a dumbass fucking topic to debate and shit. So I don't know why they still yelling and Chris still yelling and screaming and the motherfucker ran. I mean the motherfucker won. So I don't know what the fuck he yelling and screaming about and shit. He was on air this morning hollering and screaming about some crazy shit. So I don't know what his issue is with that. Shit, you won, nigga. Shut the fuck up. The fuck up, nigga, you won. So I don't know. So like people still, and I heard like a lot of people agreed, like that motherfucker ran, but he's still yelling and screaming about some shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. But congratulations for him. He got his damn Super Bowl trophy or whatever. They need to send a check with that motherfucker trophy and shit. All that bullshit. Somebody made some money and shit. They gotta share that shit. What else? No, he ain't done with it, Pete. That's the other shit. I forgot about that shit. That fool was up on there this morning. That nigga had me so mad. And I was hoping for him to put that link up in that shit. He would have been mad at me. He would have been mad at old Killer B ass, boy, because I would have been on. I would have told the goddamn truth and shit. Tired of his goddamn shit. Talking about I ain't going on the debate league. I quit that shit. That nigga done quit the debate league, motherfucking about 5-6 times already. Shit. And now the nigga talking about next year. I'm like, nigga, next year. I thought you was done with it. He's like, this is the last time I'm doing this shit. I ain't fucking with these dumb motherfuckers no more. Now he's talking about next year. I don't even look at it as a victory and shit because you're debating retarded people. So how you gonna be a champion and shit debating retarded motherfuckers? That's the shit I don't get. Like that's not even. I wouldn't even look at. I wouldn't even tell nobody if I won that shit. That's like you brag and you beat up somebody crippled shit on the street. Some crippled motherfucker talking shit. And you whip his ass and shit. Now you out there bragging. Now I whip that crippled motherfucker ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't nothing to brag about and shit. I'd be ashamed to talk about it now. I can see like last year or some bullshit. Or this year. You won, nigga. So this be the end of that stupid ass shit. Like, you know what I mean? He bragging about beating retarded people. I told him we need to step up the fucking game. We had our own debate league shit. We're setting up. Nigga dropped the ball on it. Know what I'm saying? We plan to have some real motherfuckers on there. Like, know what I mean? We got these old goofy ass people he debating in this shit. We call them for victory. Hell yeah, I'm crazy with the truth. Shit. I don't got time for that bullshit. You get mad and shit. He can go lead the Tour Nice group. You mad with me? He can lead the Tour Nice group. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Shit, stay mad, nigga. Killer B gonna be still right here telling the truth, nigga. Killer B gonna be still telling the truth, no matter what. Say what you want. Get mad at me, whatever. When you get over it, I'll be right here. I'll be in the same motherfucking place. Doing my Killer B shit. Y'all know how I get down. You might not like me, but you know I be telling the goddamn truth and shit. That bullshit. Beating up retarded kids and shit. Trying to win a trophy. That nigga like, he like, oh, you know how the motherfuckers complaining now and shit that transgender people and shit is winning like the sports games. So it'll be like women's fucking women's track and field and shit. Women's track and field, so they have a transgender nigga and shit. A nigga like a woman, and he whipping everybody ass in the fucking track and field. That's what Chris is doing. Chris doing the same goddamn shit. That nigga ain't no difference in a transgender in the Olympics. I think like a transgender in the Olympics and shit. Now he bragging. Yeah, he in the Special Olympics and shit. Normal motherfuckers and shit joining the Special Olympics and shit. You ought to be disqualified and shit for that shit. Know what the fuck wrong with him? And mad at everybody and shit. He won. That nigga cussed me out today, though. He cussed my ass out and shit. I ain't give a fuck. Tell him the truth. Still talk my shit. Yo, I'm gonna send him a thing right after this show, too. Yo, nigga, check out the end of the show. Got on your ass again, nigga. What? You fucking retarded people. Them niggas dumb as hell over that motherfucker. That nigga done flipped down his boy and shit. The nigga he had on the show the other day, that dude Domo or whatever. He seemed like an alright dude and shit. He's like a school teacher or something. He like helps kids like learn how to debate and shit like that. I felt the dude. Like I really ain't give a fuck about nobody over there. But like I heard that dude talk like once. I was like, yo, I feel what the homeboy's saying and shit. I feel what he's saying. And shit. I even got on there and had a little conversation with him and shit. See, like, all right, dude. I told him, I was like, yo, you set up with the big league, I'm gonna support the shit out of your ass and shit. So you see, they can do that shit and watch how I support you. Now Chris mad at him and shit. Cause I guess like he said like Chris wasn't gonna win or some shit, some dumb shit. Chris mad at the world about that shit. Well, I guess I'd be bad and shit. They say, yo, this retarded motherfucker gonna whip your ass in the debate, nigga. Oh, shit. So I guess Chris took that shit to heart. But shit, he should be ashamed to shit debate retarded motherfucker. That shit crazy. I don't know what's wrong with that boy. He'll get it one day. He'll get it one day. But you always run back and be like, yo, Killer B, you was right. He did that shit the other day. I was like, motherfucker, I know I'm right, motherfucker. Come around me with that bullshit no more, nigga. Come over here and talk all that shit. And they see, you know, you Killer B, you was right. Tired of hearing that shit. Motherfucker, I know I'm right. They be running my mouth and don't know what the fuck I'm talking about and shit. Fuck out of here. That's enough. Let me stop fucking with Chris and shit. That nigga have a heart attack in the morning and shit. Nigga live stream on my ass. Oh, man. But yeah, y'all. Thanks for hanging out and shit. It's time for me to get the fuck up out of here. What I'm going to play here. Play something. I'm going to go with. Oh, yeah. The music I played this morning was pretty good. Let me see if I got a little bio. Got a little writing. Certain of this thing. Well, this guy, he's a drummer. He goes by Ben. I gotta see how he pronounce this shit. This damn Spanish show.
Bembesito.
Bembesito is his name. You guys can check out his YouTube channel. He has a cool channel. He doesn't like really post like actually no, the nigga been posting. Like usually like on a every month or two or something like that. He had a couple months he skipped. He don't got too many damn videos, I'll tell you that. He definitely got too many videos. But they're good. The videos they do have up are really good. He has some playlists of his music. He's a drummer and I guess he's in the band and stuff. He does like 21 Division music and you know what I mean? He got a bunch of stuff. So all the stuff I played in the beginning of the show was all from his channel. So I'm going to hook this dude up and drop his link up in the chat here. Do that. I know, P, you can go to bed, P. You're like, the nigga got me up and shit. You can shut the fuck up, nigga. You where's the Chris Harris running your goddamn mouth? I have not looked at it in a long time. Stressed me out. These Rob would make you laugh when he was done going off on the whole league. Yeah, so I guess Rob's out of that shit for something or whatever and shit. So yeah, he's a fucking nutcase. He's a nutcase. But I'm glad I'm out of all that bullshit. As you can see here, I got some new people and stuff that's tuning in to me, watching me and stuff like that. That like, you know what I mean? That don't even come from that whole like community. And that's really what I'm really going for. That's why I'm doing other content, just to get some new people in here that have that fucking got some goddamn sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like before, when I first started making videos, you got all the nutcases in here. What are you gonna do now, Killer B? That's your left Torah. What are you gonna do now? The Most High is gonna kill you. Fucking crazies. Fucking crazies, man. All the crazies is gone. I'm so glad of that. This shit. All the crazies is gone. They still watching, though. They still watching. We can still get that one other weirdo that always thumbs down. I'm pretty sure he thumbed down already. Yeah, this is that guy's YouTube channel. So you guys can check him out. So I'm going to pick one of these songs here. But we out. Yeah, he has some really good videos on Spiritismo. I mean, on 21 Divisions and stuff. This one's called Zile Danto. Right. So shout out to the so get on out of here. Yeah, P. Yup. So you left that behind. Yup. Don't limit myself for nothing. Yeah, so that's why I'm doing all different types because on some real stuff, like more people are watching these type of videos on a daily basis than any of my other shit. You know, niggas like that fucking Judah Nazareth fuckery videos I be doing and shit. Like, I still have fun doing those. I got a really good one coming up. I just got it. It's not gonna be live. It's gonna be a video. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be like a compilation type of thing, but it's gonna be a short one. So, his name is I just saw how to spell that shit. I can put up there. Y'all can pronounce it how the fuck y'all want to pronounce it. I'm tired of. I had enough of pronouncing Spanish words for the night. So this is the name of the channel. Yeah, he got some great content. He don't have too much as far as like lessons explaining the religion and stuff like that. But the ones that he got are really good and make up for probably like a ton more videos that he could have made. So he sums everything up and all that stuff. Some good information. So check this guy out on YouTube. Bembesito, however you pronounce it. Like, somebody help me with Spanish. Somebody send me a message saying y'all can help me with Spanish and shit. So maybe I can learn something else. So yeah, so I'm just trying to get some new different type of people up in here. Do Eric King, thank you for stopping by. Dude, hit me up on Facebook. I know you're on my Facebook, but I think you changed your name on there or something. And I can't go through like all like 800-900 people and shit just to try to find your ass and shit. That shit just ain't working. So hit me up. I gotta get that interview from you again. That was an awesome interview. It was packed with tons of information. So even though Chris shit on you today and say you don't know shit about it. So but I know you do because you're in the lodge. So I need your contacts to get you up on here. So with that, y'all, I'm gonna head up out of here. It's Killer B, the goddamn witch finder general. You got a witch. I'll damn sure burn they motherfucking asses up. And we up out of this joint, y'all. Peace.
Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache.
Bye, y'all.
Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache. Seu Mache, Seu Kiweo. Seu Mache, Seu Kiweo Roto. Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache. Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola. Magia Mache, Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache, Seu Mache, Seu Kiweo, Seu Mache, Seu Kiweo Roto. Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache, Exilio Petro Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache. Exilio Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache, Seu Mache, Seu Kiweo, Seu Mache, Seu Kiweo Roto. Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache, Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache. Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache, Seu Mache, Seu Kiweo, Seu Mache, Seu Kiweo Roto. Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache, Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache. Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache, Seu Mache, Seu Kiweo, Seu Mache, Seu Kiweo Roto. Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache, Exilio Petro Pata Pule Punola, Malpe Magia Mache. Exilio pule kumala, pepe magia mache, teu mache, teu kiwe o. Aja, teu mache, teu kiwe o logo. Decidido me no puede pule kumala, pepe magia mala, puede pule kumala, pepe magia mala, puede pule kumala, pepe magia puede pule kumala, pepe magia mala, puede pule kumala, pepe magia mala, puede pule kumala, pepe magia mala. Zili zili o basilo, zili zili o basilo, zili no domino lo sabalue. Zili zili o basilo, zili zili o basilo, zili no domino lo sabalue. Zili zili o basilo, zili zili o basilo, zili no domino lo sabalue. Zili zili o basilo, zili zili o basilo, zili no domino lo sabalue. Zili zili o basilo, zili diablo mio basilo, zili no domino lo sabalue. Zili zili o basilo, zili zili o basilo, zili no domino lo sabalue. Amane zili no domino lo sabalue, 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 zili no domino lo sabalue.
Thank you, everybody, for viewing. Have a good night. It's Killer B, the Witch Finder General. You got a witch out, burn the asses up. See you later.